So I think that's Arpita. She works for a training company.
Yeah, corporate training firm.
Co-
I had the corporate communications in that. But most of my work is, I work out of home. So,
and I'm Akash. I work for a bank. Very boring job, unfortunately. So what we were looking for, I think, for the new house was something. Sorry to sound very cliche, but something different. I couldn't find. I couldn't find a different way of expressing it, and we did search. And in fact, I recall I went as far as Bangalore. I thought
yeah.
Bangalore has nice houses, so it must be having interesting architects. So I did get in touch with some of them, and then it was pure coincidence that we saw this article in Good.
I think first spoke with Gagan, right?
No, I saw the Gagan showed it to me, of course,
Okay.
article, and I immediately liked the work,
Yeah.
and I asked Gagan, so how did you find Munawar? He said, randomly, he, he didn't have. So I said, okay, good. So then I want this guy. Look at this guy. So that's how we got in touch, I think. And right from day one, I think day one, Munawar came, and then he spent about half an hour, 45 minutes, just absorbing the space, and then he gave his.
No, first, I think the first day we
Sorry.
met at our place, at
Yeah.
our old place.
Sorry, yeah, first
He
we met at
basically
our place.
wanted to gauge how we are and whether
What we like.
what we like basically, and then I think the next after the initial sort of initial conversation, that's when we moved, came here, and then I think the first half an hour or so he just spent kind of getting the vibe of this place, and he asked us a lot of questions on why did we choose this project, why did we choose this house, and remember the first thing that got us was the vibe of the place, and that's what and then
we were thinking on the same lines.
Absolutely.
Very clearly we were thinking on the same lines, and then I think throughout the whatever 7, 8, 9 months, I don't recall. Throughout the period, what we at various stages, we were very pleasantly surprised by the ideas that came up. So, and that's what we really wanted to hear. The ideas really that came.
And
They were unique ideas.
The kind of we basically told Munawar that we wanted a space which we wanted to somehow get a piece of old Calcutta. Yeah, so that's when he worked on the louvers and the old Calcutta theatre look. That's how it kind of gelled together.
And we have never been through this kind of a project before. It was very difficult for us to visualize what will the end product be like. So, although the ideas were coming, we were completely dependent on Munawar that those ideas were the right ideas, because we couldn't visualize what that idea would finally turn into. But I think what we can say is that most of the ideas, or all the ideas, turned into an end product that we wanted.
Yeah,
so that was.
I think those 3D images that the design company sent, that really helped, because normally it's for an architect it's very very easy to visualize something. It may not be as easy for a client. So those 3D images and the discussions that those really helped.
So, give me a reason why you would recommend the design company to anybody else, and why would you ever want to work with them again?
I think I would give the reason as this kind of project. What I have seen is that it's a huge leap of faith. You can look at 3D images, but they are images after all. They are not the end product. It's a huge leap of faith. So, and once you have seen what can be done by a good company, a good architectural firm like design company, then you have the confidence to recommend it, because they effectively they can turn whatever you want, they can actually implement it. Whatever you have in your mind, but you are not able to visualize because you are not the architect, but they are able to turn it into final.
And another thing that we really liked was, we were involved. We wanted a taste. We wanted our imprint in the house, and that's what the design company allowed us.
Yeah.
They like Punawar constantly asked us, "What do you think? Let us go. To such and such place. Look at the stores."
Yeah.
So all of that personal involvement, really, that attracted us quite a bit.
Sorry, you were saying this was a
This was a brilliant idea,
Yeah.
this graffiti etching kind of thing, and especially the gold and looks really
Remember, we almost got down to say that let's leave it plain only. We were fed up of looking at the world options, and then finally we just went ahead with this.
That's right. Yeah, we tried many some Chinese checkers and
Yeah.
checks and
A lot of
crisscross
gold.
lines in
And
gold.
we thought of wallpaper also.
Yeah.
And then we thought it's a washroom area, so let's not experiment with wallpaper.
Yeah. No, this wall actually with this combination of the brown louver door and this thing, this really looks fantastic. It looks very nice. Today is a hazy day, but if it's a clear day and there's clear sunlight on the wall, then that looks very nice.
And another thing, which a lot of people have come and appreciated are these knobs and handles,
Yeah.
which was again a very good discovery.
And I think everything has a story, like the bricks which you used on this versus using normal stone, on a windowsill.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to the editor of Good Homes, and the first thing she asked me was, "What is this? Is this real brick or it's a paint?" So people don't expect bricks to be used because this is the kind of style used a lot in Europe. And I think the additions done, like the cage put in over here,
Yeah.
and the way plants are kept, it just shows that the people who are staying here understand the culture created by the designer. And I think this, very style of the door, initially, even I had reservations because the first thing the guys came and told me was, you guys are asking for this double
Split.
door, but if it's wrong, then we're going to charge you.
So we have said yes, they work. It's got new parts inside. It's just me.
We've kept the washrooms very clean and try to make it look large. I think I was very keen to have this kind of brick ceiling, which is a typical kind of thing which happens in Europe, where these old structures have these brick slabs versus having the concrete slabs you have in India or everywhere now. So.
And everybody's commented on the ceiling.
On the scene.
Everybody,
Everyone has
whoever has
commented
come
on
to
the
our.
scene.
Yeah, because the first thing which people are wanting to see is where is the false ceiling and where is the light effects. And I think it was a hard decision to take initially to convincing you that let's not do any ceiling, and but it's paid off. I think the volume of the washroom makes it look more grand.